hand in hand with President Trump to secure the border, and we achieved incredible success.
He comes down, he puts on his outdoor clothes, tries to look tough. Then he goes back to Washington and does nothing to help.
He voted in favor of striking down Texas's law and legalizing abortion up to and including the 8th and 9th month of pregnancy.
But Senator Cruz just called himself pro-life. You're not. You're not pro-life. It's not pro-life to deny women care so long that they can't have children anymore.
Oh, fireworks in the Texas debate as Senator Ted Cruz faced off against Colin Allred in their first and only debate right here in our studio.
Here he is, our senior political reporter, Jason Whitley, who served as one of the debate moderators, along with Dallas Morning News' political reporter, Gromer Jeffers. And Jason, I know that you were working hard for weeks to get ready for last night, and certainly the fireworks delivered. We can still smell them in the studio.
Yeah.
Big takeaway. What stood out to you after the debate was all said and done?
Listen, I think the thing that I walked out of this room with last night was everyone knows Ted Cruz is an excellent debater. He's skilled at it. He knows what to do. He knows how to deliver the lines, go on the attack. He does that very well. He did that last night in the studio. What I did not expect is the veracity that Colin Allred came in here with. He came out a lot stronger. I think he landed more punches. Who won the debate? Well, you know, it depends on which side. Both camps left here last night, left this building thinking they won. And they both did a tremendous job last night. I think at the end of the day, this was probably a tie. And that's surprising because Ted Cruz normally dominates debates.
Listen, you guys dug into a lot of topics, but do you feel like the candidates truly answered the questions?
Well, if you watch the debate, I had to ask several times on several issues, and they didn't answer the question. You know, listen, debates are an opportunity for them to talk about what they want to talk about. You ask the question, and I try to press on it. Gromer tried to press on a number of these things because they haven't answered a few of these topics, and we really wanted to see if they finally would. And the answer is in the non-answer. They don't want to talk about certain things.
It was obviously pretty fiery between those guys up here. What about off camera? How was it?
You know, I was surprised at how respectful these guys were. Yes, it was spirited, it was animated, but these guys came out and shook hands in the beginning. At the end of the debate, they shook hands. They gave each other time. They were very respectful towards each other. And frankly, that's refreshing in today's political climate.
Yeah. You know, the first topic you guys got into was abortion. I'm seeing this morning, you know, organizations on both sides of the aisle talking about this and how muddled some of the answers might have been. Where do you think they truly stand? What can we tell people this morning, voters?
Well, you know, one thing about abortion, it's an issue that Allred wants to go on the attack against Cruz on. Cruz didn't want to talk about it last night. I've asked Cruz before about whether he supports exceptions for rape or incest. So when we built the debate, we wanted to have something that Allred could really talk about and something that Cruz could. So abortion was first, border was next. Border is something Cruz wants to talk about. Republicans do very well talking about the border. It's something that resonates with Texans. But Allred didn't really want to address that as much. So that's kind of how we built it. And then further down, too, we discussed transgender. You've seen the ads that Cruz is running against Allred. Allred has to defend himself. And then below transgender, we discussed January 6th, something Cruz didn't want to address as much.
Well, certainly Cruz was trying to tie Colin Allred's record to Kamala Harris. We heard her name a lot last night. We heard Nancy Pelosi's name a lot. We did not hear Colin Allred tie Cruz to Trump very much. But when it's all said and done, they're trying to sway undecided voters. You think either one of them did that?
You know, honestly, there just aren't a lot of undecided voters out there anywhere in Texas. Most of the independents in the state lean to the right. They lean Republican. At the end of the day, this is the largest audience that either of these two men were going to have. This was on 25 stations last night across every corner of the state. We didn't have that in 2016. We didn't have as big of a distribution as we did last night. This was a chance for Colin Allred really to introduce himself to everybody, a primetime spot. There are 30% of the people polled say we just don't have an opinion of Colin Allred. Yes, he's known in North Texas. He's not as well known everywhere else in the state, despite a year of campaigning.
Well, I can tell a lot of eyes were on that debate last night.
Boy, a lot of hard work as well, Jason. You need a nap, I imagine.
Go back to take one after this.
It's been a long night and a great morning. Of course, appreciate your insight and excellent job last night. We're also getting reaction from lawmakers on both sides of the aisle this morning. Senator John Cornyn posting his support for Ted Cruz, saying Cruz dominated the debate. Cornyn writing that he cannot wait to continue working with him in the future. Meanwhile, former U.S. Representative Liz Cheney, a Republican, endorsing Colin Allred, echoing her support, quoting a video of the debate with the hashtag #SupplyClosetTed in a reference to Cruz's actions on January 6th. Democratic Congressman Mark Vesey praising Allred's performance, posting, quote, "Texans want results, not games." And Tarrant County Judge Tim O'Hare saying Ted Cruz is a leader. Texas needs a leader representing us in the United States Senate. Hey, if you missed the debate, you can still hear from those candidates before you cast your vote. Catch the full hour of coverage on demand on our free streaming app, WFAA Plus, available to download now for free on Apple, Roku, and Fire TV. Cleo?